Group. Mr. Bender was giving me their 3 or 4 year record, and it was outstanding. But even further than that, what they did for our program. Years ago, Kirkwood's baseball program was not very well thought of. It's changed. I still think that we're still working to get the respect seating meetings and things, because I really do feel that the seating meeting determined what happened this year, at least how we concluded. But this group of seniors are nothing short of fantastic, awesome, whatever word you want to use. Start with Alex. Okay, we got a timeout. I didn't look at my thing. 2 coaches wanted to say something to these seniors because they had them back when they were still in diapers.
Coach Langer and I, we don't usually talk because we're not. But we feel like we would be remiss if we didn't talk about these guys, because a lot of them we had for 4 years, most of them we had for 3. And they kind of became like our kids. So we've been proud of a few things, and we'll try not to get too emotional about it all, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, so these, character-wise, just a fantastic group of children. They weren't all tall and messy when they started. Now they are. One of the things that can speak to that, in just kind of a nutshell, was with Alex Bainham during freshman year, the Webster game. He had a no-hitter going, and we were up by a big amount at the time. There was an opportunity to get somebody else in the game that wouldn't normally get to do that, and so we took him off the hill. He came over and said, "Coach, I had a no-hitter." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay." And then just left it at that. So knew that it was an opportunity for a teammate and a friend to get a chance in there that might not have otherwise come. So to handle that with the way he did was impressive. And the way he just kind of kept working and became a solid, steady presence throughout his varsity career was something that we appreciate and we know. We're going to go through kind of most of the alphabet up here. Mark Bender is one of the happiest kids ever. Coach Gaglo asked him if he was ever not happy, and that made him sad. But one of the few times that we can remember him ever not being happy was when he had a perfect game going against Britain, and he tried to bunt against him to break that up, and he was upset afterwards. But he's smiling now, got through that. Was hurt before last year, but this year was a vendor that we knew was going to be a vendor. Was our DH for the last half of the year, established himself as one of our more reliable arms. Was just kind of what we expected from him. Jack, we didn't get to have him as a freshman, but grew to love him. He was our turned to our closer, and really just that mentality as a closer. It was epitomized in the Lafayette game, where he struck the kid out with 2 runners on. The umpire saw it otherwise, so then he decided that he'd hit a ball almost as hard as one cannon lit up earlier in the game. And luckily it was right at Tammy, and he made the play to close that out against a team that was ranked number 1 at the time. Tater had a lot of big hits, 2-year contributor on the varsity team. The only spot we didn't have him at some point was shortstop, on the infield at least, and then also down on the mound, sorry. But a kid that we could rely on, a kid that worked hard, and grew so much as a player and as a person. Daniel Kim, freshman year, was a backup catcher that got in a couple times, continued to work. He was behind Tommy and Tater at that point, so continued to work. We saw something in the off season going into his junior season where he had a live arm. So we put him on the mound, and learning how to pitch on the varsity level is not easy, but he worked hard. He worked with me. He was very coachable. Last year, threw 1 pitch to get out of a bases loaded jam to get us out of there up top of the infield. This year had a little bit of time there, kind of got behind at the beginning, but kept smiling, kept a good attitude, and worked really hard. Zuni had a big home run against Rittner in that first game. Worked hard. He was one of those kids where after everybody left, you might not see it, but he was putting in the work, and we noticed that. And you know, great glove at first base, kid that we relied on, helped our infielders, and now I might start crying. So you don't often, yeah.
Yeah, and just like we don't want to pick like our favorite class of kids because it wouldn't be fair to the guys who graduated beforehand. But every single one of these guys set the standard for what it meant to be a team player and just an upstanding person. Like you said, with Bainham leaving a no-hit situation, let somebody else pitch and we're up big. That's huge. Binder never once. I mean, like he always just smiled at me and made me happy internally. Jack let me call him like all these different nicknames and just went along with it. They're hilarious. And he's just this, Tate, would go anywhere and play anywhere and give it 100%. Daniel, one of those guys who always wanted to learn, was always trying to get better every minute of every practice and game. And Zuni, I mean, everybody, everyone set the table for what it meant to be, a good, great kid.
We don't often get to coach somebody for 4 years. We were fortunate enough to have 3 guys that we coached for 4 years. And they're like our giant children right now. We're gonna have some kind of enormous surrogate or something. So I'm going to start with my PO. Jonah texted me before his sophomore year. He's like, "Hey coach, I don't know if I'm going to hit anymore." I'm like, "That's cool. You weren't that great anyway." He's an incredible pitcher. And we knew that. And his freshman year, he had the mittens game against Yanni, where it was cold and he was wearing his mom's gloves. Mittens. But then he quickly shed that nickname, became the Falcon. In his sophomore year, we had 8 POs and pitchers only. And one day we were down in the track, he's like, "Hey, look at that Falcon." And so we all started calling him the Falcon. But he's
so glad we recorded.
He's sort of a mound. And as a kid, remember the Pattonville game? His sophomore year, he and Preston combined to go 8 innings, 1 run. We walked it off. It was an incredible win. Whenever a kid throws fewer than 10 times the amount of pitches as innings they threw, that's what we call a Jonah now, because he's so efficient with his pitches. It was like 60-something pitches a couple times out at Parkway North, even though we always got kind of the short end of those. But this year pitched one of the most incredible games, the Chaminade District Semifinal game. That to have been the last time he stepped foot on the high school field. He left it all out there. He left his heart out there. You saw the video. He threw that last change up, they just died. That kid waved through it, and you could just see he gave it all, and it helped us get somewhere we had gotten in a long, long time. Preston grew, just so much as a leader. This kid coming into this year, we knew that anything we wanted to relay as coaches, we could tell him, and he'd get it done. And not only what he did on the field, but what he did off the field to get guys ready, in the dugout, always up, hyping up teammates. He'd come over, we'd talk about, what are you seeing from the pitcher, what are we doing? He and Tommy and I were playing a lot for the next opponent, especially when he was going to be on the mound. He was an all-conference pitcher sophomore and junior year at Bettaby as well as a senior. Had 2 incredible games that he pitched versus Webster under the lights. And a 16 strikeout game where he struck out the last 13 in a row against Oakville. Against Webster and districts. Tommy, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have anything to talk about with Jonah really because he and I know what's going on. I can just talk with Mass. As far as Preston, so when Preston came to us as a freshman, he came to North, and so we always love getting these North kids we don't know anything about. And he walks up, he doesn't smile, he just scowled at us the whole time. He had nothing to say to us, and he just, from the very first catch we saw him play, it was just like, I believe it was an expletive. We're like, look, this kid's pretty good. And from that moment on, he just developed and grew and became just a dominant presence, no matter what he was doing. I mean, with a puff of his cheeks and he was always going to do something 1,000%. And now he's going to play Division I baseball. I mean, that's a pretty awesome development to watch as it goes. Oh, and then we also, again, the ridiculousness didn't stop freshman year. They kept growing. And so we kept Preston quotes, this ridiculous stuff that we honestly had to translate like multiple levels of people to figure out what he meant by stuff. I don't know. So we have our favorites. There's a couple of them that we can't say. But like there was one play where there was a line drive hit it short, and he came back and he said, "Oh, I didn't have to jump. I just wanted to put some swag on it." Pretty funny. We learned that this year his cleat game would be on drip. We know what that means.
I think one of my favorites was when we were at Parkway West and he fouled the ball off and it ended up bouncing in the open window of a guy's van. And he got to first and told Coach Gaglio, "Oh, that went in the car? He's going to be really surprised when he gets in there." The Gaglio game his sophomore year when he's trying to hype everybody up and said, "They don't want no smoke." And we ended up winning that one. Those are good. We have more. We're going to talk later. And then Tommy. Tommy was our catcher for 4 years. This year he made my job a lot easier because we'd talk a lot beforehand and he'd call pitches. And that's most of what I do. So it was pretty cool. It worked out pretty well. We had a great staff and then he was the anchor to that. The things that I remember about Tommy was the walk-off versus Washington. Couple home runs at Pattonville, huge game against Summit when Jonah threw a 2-hit shutout. Marquette walk-off this year, and then when he gunned the kid at Lindbergh just from his knees. Another kid that from when he was a freshman to now grew so much as a person and as a leader. And we were fortunate to have that with all these guys. But they haven't had them for, been around all these guys for 4 years now. We need to make sure we said something. And so thank you for listening.
This time of year, as a teacher and coach, you never want to see a child again for at least 3 months in most cases. But these guys, I honestly don't want them to go anywhere. And so that's the hardest part about coaching is making these great bonds and then having to see them go. And you're happy that they're going to go and accomplish new stuff. But they're not going to escape. 2 of them are going to keep playing. So just thank all of you guys. You guys set a pretty much insurmountable level of caliber for us to try to watch again. So thank you guys.
Okay, commercial's over. Okay, Alex was a 2-year starter for us in center field. Pitched in 3 games for us this year. We were so proud to watch how Alex developed, and then in the second half it seemed like the light bulb went off the list we talked about all the time. It all just seemed to come together. Against Oakville, he had a 2-run homer in our 3-0 victory over them. He had several big games at Lindbergh and then Webster and Districts. Mr. Positive, extremely hard worker. Thank you for all your effort these last 2 years. Outstanding. Mark was a starter last year as an outfielder. This year he was primarily a pitcher, and then the second half of the year was our DH. Mark really came on in the second half as a hitter. He demonstrated great bat control, and every bat was a competition. He finished second on our team in quads, and on-base percentage. We got Mark out of the habit of looking at a pitcher sideways, which I still don't understand how you do that, but as I said, he really came on and was really a force for us. On the mound, he pitched in 8 games, finished with a 1-2 record and 1 save. Mark, thank you for all your effort, your hard work, and making this season so special. Ryan had an outstanding year for us. As Coach said, he became our closer at the end. At the beginning of the season, we were unsure where he was going to fall in our plans. He was coming off a shoulder injury last year and informed us that he was only going to be a PO this year. He pitched in 9 games, which was tied for the most appearances, finished with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 saves. He's a quiet young man, but his team-first attitude and his abilities were instrumental in us being as successful as we were. Ryan, thank you for sticking with baseball and all that you've done for our program. Ryan, thank you. Tate was a 2-year starter for us. Tate played first base, third base, and DH'd. He had 18 hits last year, and they were all singles. For some reason, in my mind, I just remember when he first got his first extra base hit against a double against Parkway Central, he was on second base jumping, I was in third base jumping. It was like the weight had taken off his bat. As he kept talking, I gotta drive the ball, I gotta drive the ball. And he wound up getting another double a little bit later in the season. Tate is an extremely hard worker. He's going to be successful in whatever he does in the future. Tate, thank you for all your hard work and for being a part of our program. Tate. As Coach said, Daniel was a converted catcher. Moved him up on the pitch, and he did a good job last year. In the preseason, he had worked his way up on our pitching list to be in the top 5. Daniel kept all of his teammates loose, whether he was sharing his expertise on pizza, entertaining everyone with his singing and dancing, or scolding himself for something that he thought he should do better. In practice, we'd sit there and he'd just start yelling at himself. It really got to become. Daniel, thank you for your efforts in the Kirkwood baseball program. Daniel King. Max battled through a shoulder injury last year, which limited what he could do last year and definitely his pitching. When he came in this year, he said, "Coach, I can't throw." I said, "Okay." This year, Max was a first baseman. Did a good job for us as he handled 72 chances this year, and he only made 1 error in all those. Max did an outstanding job around the bag. He began the year with a 3-run homer against Rittner. Max, thank you for your contributions to our program, and we wish you the very best in your future. Okay, we're going into 3-year starters. Three years ago, moved up from an assistant coach to becoming the head coach. And a lot of that had to do with what I saw coming up. To start with Jonah. He's been a 3-year starter on the mound for us. When you look back at his 3-year statistics as a Kirkwood varsity pitcher, you see how dominant he has been. He's pitched in 20 games, had 6 complete games, holds a 9-4 record while pitching in 98 in the third innings. He allowed only 20 earned runs In 98 innings, he walked only 25, had 87 strikeouts. He had 2 no-hitters this year through the 5 innings against Summit and Lafayette, 2 of the better offensive teams. And then the gem he threw over Chaminade, the 1-0 in districts, and that just speaks for itself. Jordan is a quiet leader, but he has a massive impact and presence for the Pioneers. Jonah, we will miss you, and we only want the best for you. Thank you for all your efforts. Jonah. Preston, also a 3-year starter, both as a pitcher and a shortstop. His 3-year pitching numbers are staggering also. He threw in 22 games, 6 complete games, a 13-3 record while pitching in 96 2/3 innings. He allowed 27 earned runs. He only allowed 3 earned runs this year, and that came in his last appearance. He walked 37, struck out 122 players. He finished with 12 doubles, 4 home runs, 34 RBIs offensively. At shortstop, he developed into an outstanding infielder, and you can see the improvement every year. And Coach Gaglio did just a great job with him, and he just got better every year and became just a tremendous shortstop. He was our vocal leader. He led by example. He has a serious leader and a great desire to be successful. And that was contagious to our team. Preston, best of luck in your future. And we'll miss you. Tommy, another 3-year starter. Tommy's considered one of the top 3 catchers in the area. I think he's the top catcher in the area. A look at his 3-year numbers. 94 hits, 23 doubles, 3 triples, 8 home runs, 66 RBIs. He led us in quad, which is my #1 category at 62%. He led us in slugging, led us in doubles, led us in home runs. He was second in RBIs and third in on-base percentage. Defensively, Tommy called the game for all our pitchers, had 13 assists from the catcher's position, and only made 1 error all season, as much as he handled the ball. Tommy was another of the leaders. Member of at the conclusion of last year, Tommy said, "How can I be a better leader?" I said, "I will send you things to read." And that just shows the type of person he knew he had something he wanted to improve on, and he sought out ways to get better. And I think it was evident that it worked. Tommy, best of luck. We will miss you. Okay, in general, to the seniors. Something that I don't know that Kirkwood has ever done before. 3-peat conference champions. Congratulations to you. Thanks for being such a fun group to work with. Thank you for being such good leaders, and more importantly, just being good people. To all the underclassmen, first thing, send us a copy of your summer baseball schedule so that we can divide it up and make sure that it's sometime that we see you this summer. We need to up our preparation, up our dedication, and our determination to help us compete at our highest level every game next season. To those of you who have supported us in the past and to those who are supporting us now, to our community and our administration, our families and friends, we say thank you. And I know you can't leave without hearing another quote. You didn't have to memorize this one. The higher your standards, the better you become at what you do. Be safe, do well in the final. Did forget another thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Boo-Boo. You got it? You got it?
Okay, back when I was coaching a long time ago, there was a coach at Kirkwood named Lou Diaz. Coach Diaz was the baseball coach in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Coach always emphasized hustle, desire, and passion for the game. It's the way he played the game and always wanted his players to go about it. In honor of Coach Diaz, this award is presented to the Kirkwood senior baseball player who played the game like Coach wanted it played. Unanimous among the staff when we did this. Lou Diaz Award goes to Tommy Stevenson, Preston Salazar, and Joe McDowell. Okay. Do well on finals, underclassmen. Start that tomorrow. Have a great summer, and I hope to see all of you healthy in 2020. We are sure looking forward to it. Good night.